First contact, unexpected visitors. Dr. Samantha Chen squinted at the pulsing dot on her computer screen, her heart racing. The signal was unlike anything she'd ever seen before, a perfect, rhythmic pattern that defied natural explanation. After years of scanning the cosmos for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence, could this finally be it? She took a deep breath, steadying her trembling hands as she initiated the confirmation protocols. False positives had crushed her hopes too many times before, but as each test came back positive, a giddy excitement began to build in her chest. "Holy shit," she whispered, a grin spreading across her face. "We're not alone." Samantha's fingers flew across the keyboard, sending out alerts to her colleagues at the SETI Institute. Within minutes, her quiet lab was buzzing with activity as fellow scientists crowded around her workstation, their faces a mix of awe and disbelief. "It's coming from the Tau Ceti system," Samantha explained, pointing to the star chart on her screen. "The signal's incredibly powerful, way beyond our current technological capabilities." Dr. James Wong, the Institute's director, leaned in for a closer look. "Have you been able to decrypt any of it?" Samantha shook her head. "Not yet. The structure is like nothing we've ever encountered. It's going to take time to." Her words trailed off as a new alert flashed on her screen. The color drained from her face as she processed what she was seeing. "Sam, what is it?" James asked, concern etching his features. "The signal," she stammered. "It's changed. They're coming." Before anyone could respond, a blinding flash of light filled the lab. When it faded, two tall, willowy figures stood before them. Their skin shimmered with an iridescent blue hue, and their large, almond-shaped eyes regarded the stunned humans with a mixture of curiosity and amusement. "Greetings, beings of Earth," the taller of the two spoke, its voice a melodic trill that seemed to bypass their ears and resonate directly in their minds. "We are the Zaraquin, travelers from the stars. We come in peace and with great purpose." For a long moment, no one moved. Then, gathering her courage, Samantha stepped forward. "I'm Dr. Samantha Chen. On behalf of humanity, welcome to Earth." The Zarquin's mouth-like orifice curved into what might have been a smile. "We are honored, Dr. Samantha Chen. I am Zilra, and this is my companion, Kelata. We have journeyed far to meet your kind." As the shock began to wear off, the scientists in the room erupted into a flurry of questions. The aliens answered patiently, explaining that they had been observing Earth for centuries, waiting for the right moment to make contact. "But why now?" James asked, his scientific curiosity overriding his initial fear. "What's changed?" Zolra and Calator exchanged a look that Samantha couldn't quite decipher. "Your world stands on the brink of a great transformation," Zolra said. "The choices you make in the coming days will determine not only your fate, but that of countless other civilizations across the galaxy." A chill ran down Samantha's spine. "What do you mean? Are we in danger?" Keltor stepped forward, its luminescent skin pulsing with what seemed to be concern. "Not from us, Dr. Samantha Chen, but there are forces in the universe that would seek to exploit or destroy emerging civilizations like yours. We have come to offer our knowledge and protection, should you choose to accept it." The implications of their words hung heavy in the air. Humanity was no longer alone in the universe, but their newfound cosmic neighbors brought with them both promise and peril. As government officials were alerted and the news of first contact began to spread, Samantha found herself at the center of a whirlwind. The Zaraquin insisted on speaking primarily with her, claiming that her open mind and compassionate heart made her the ideal liaison between their species. In the days that followed, Samantha worked tirelessly to facilitate communication between the aliens and Earth's leaders. The Zaraquin shared glimpses of their advanced technology, clean energy sources, medical breakthroughs, and faster-than-light travel. But they were careful not to overwhelm humanity, stressing the importance of natural technological and social evolution. Not everyone welcomed the aliens with open arms. Conspiracy theories ran rampant, and some religious groups denounced the Zarquin as demonic entities. Samantha found herself thrust into the role of not just scientist, but diplomat and peacekeeper. One evening, as she sat with Zilra in her lab, poring over star charts and discussing the intricacies of interstellar politics, Samantha's curiosity got the better of her. "Zilra," she began hesitantly, "I hope you don't mind me asking, but how do your people reproduce? I haven't seen any obvious gender differences among you." The alien's skin rippled with amusement. "Ah, the eternal fascination with biological processes. We are beyond such binary distinctions, Dr. Samantha Chen. Our species reproduces through a complex melding of energies, a union of minds and spirits that transcends physical form." Samantha nodded, trying to wrap her head around the concept. "That sounds beautiful, and please just call me Sam." Zilra's eyes seemed to soften. "Very well, Sam. Your curiosity is admirable. It is one of the traits that drew us to your species. You seek to understand, to explore, to grow. It is a quality that will serve you well in the trials to come." A knot of anxiety formed in Samantha's stomach. "You keep hinting at some kind of impending crisis. Can't you just tell us what's coming?" The alien's expression grew somber. "If we simply handed you all the answers, we would be robbing you of the opportunity to grow, to prove yourselves worthy of joining the galactic community. But know this, Sam, humanity possesses a strength and resilience that is rare in the universe. It is a power that, if harnessed correctly, could change the very fabric of reality." As if on cue, alarms began blaring throughout the facility. James burst into the lab, his face pale with shock. "Sam, we've got a problem," he gasped. "There's another ship entering Earth's atmosphere, and it's not Zarquin." Zyra stood, its skin pulsing with an intensity Samantha hadn't seen before. "They have found us sooner than we anticipated. Sam, humanity's trial begins now. Are you ready to face the true nature of the cosmos?" As Samantha looked from the alien to her colleague and back, she realized that everything she thought she knew about the universe was about to change. Humanity's place among the stars hung in the balance, and she was standing at the very edge of that precipice. With a deep breath, she squared her shoulders and met Zilra's gaze. "Ready or not, we don't have a choice. Whatever's coming, we'll face it together." The Zarquin's skin glowed with approval. "Then let us prepare, for the fate of worlds now rests in human hands." As they rushed to confront this new arrival, Samantha couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning of humanity's greatest adventure and its most daunting challenge. Cultural clashes and cosmic connections. The skies above New York City crackled with otherworldly energy as the massive ship descended through the atmosphere. Its sleek, obsidian surface seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it, creating an ominous silhouette against the setting sun. Dr. Samantha Chen stood on the rooftop of the hastily established First Contact Command Center, flanked by Zilra and a contingent of Earth's top military and scientific minds. The tension in the air was palpable as they watched the vessel approach. "Zilra," Samantha whispered, her voice tight with anxiety. "Who are they?" The Zarquin's skin rippled with a complex pattern that Samantha had come to recognize as concern. "They are the Vorthax, Sam. Cosmic scavengers who prey upon emerging civilizations, strip mining worlds of resources, and leaving only devastation in their wake." General Miranda Rodriguez, the newly appointed head of Earth's Extraterrestrial Defense Force, stepped forward. "And you didn't think to warn us about these Vorthax earlier?" she demanded, her hand instinctively resting on the sidearm at her hip. Zilra's luminescent eyes met the general's steely gaze. "We hope to have more time to prepare you." The Vorthax arrival was unexpected. Before anyone could respond, a beam of shimmering energy shot down from the alien ship, coalescing into 3 intimidating figures on the rooftop. They stood nearly 8 feet tall, their bodies covered in what appeared to be a mix of organic armor and advanced technology. Their faces were hidden behind opaque helmets, giving them an air of menacing anonymity. The central figure stepped forward, its voice a guttural growl that seemed to reverberate through the very concrete beneath their feet. "We are the Vorfax, and we claim this world as our own. Resistance is futile and inadvisable." Samantha felt a chill run down her spine, but she forced herself to stand tall. Humanity's first impression on the galactic stage couldn't be one of cowering fear. "This world is not yours to claim," she said, her voice stronger than she felt. "We are a sovereign species, and we—" The Vorfax leader cut her off with a dismissive wave of its armored hand. "Your primitive notions of sovereignty are irrelevant. We have detected the presence of Zarquin technology on your world. By galactic law, this makes your planet a contested territory." Zilra stepped forward, its usually melodic voice taking on a sharp edge. "You twist the laws to suit your own ends, Vorfax. The humans have not been uplifted. We have shared no restricted technology. They are under our protection." A harsh, grating sound emerged from the Vorfax leader. Laughter, Samantha realized with a start. "Protection? Look around you, Zarquin. Where is your fleet, your warriors? You offer empty words to these humans, nothing more." General Rodriguez had heard enough. She raised her voice, addressing both alien species. "Now listen here. I don't give a damn about your galactic laws or protection. This is our planet, and we'll defend it with everything we've got. So, why don't you take your territorial dispute somewhere else?" The tension on the rooftop reached a fever pitch as humans and aliens faced off. Samantha's mind raced, searching for a diplomatic solution that could prevent what seemed to be an inevitable conflict. Suddenly, a new voice cut through the standoff, not spoken aloud, but resonating within the minds of everyone present. "Enough." All eyes turned to Kelatar, Zilra's companion, who had remained silent until now. The Zarquin's body was glowing with an intensity that hurt to look at directly. "There is another way," Kelatar continued, its mental voice carrying an authority that demanded attention. "The Cosmic Conclave." The Vorfax leader took a step back, its body language suggesting surprise. "The Conclave has not been convened in millennia. You would risk invoking its judgment?" Zilra nodded solemnly. "We would. Let the ancient laws decide the fate of this world and its people." Samantha, along with the other humans present, looked on in confusion. "I'm sorry," she interjected, "but what exactly is this cosmic conclave?" Kelatar turned its luminous gaze upon her. "It is the highest authority in our galaxy, Sam. A gathering of the most advanced and wise civilizations, convened only in times of great crisis to settle disputes that could threaten the cosmic balance." "And how exactly does this conclave decide things?" General Rodriguez asked, skepticism evident in her voice. Through the trials, the Vorfax leader growled, a note of reluctant respect in its voice. "Each claiming faction must prove their worthiness through tests of wisdom, courage, and compassion." Zilra's skin pulsed with what Samantha had come to recognize as determination. "We nominate humanity to represent Earth's interests in the trials. They will stand as equals among the cosmic powers and determine their own fate." A murmur of shock ran through the assembled humans. Samantha felt a mix of terror and exhilaration at the prospect. "But we know nothing of these trials or the beings who judge them. How can we possibly compete?" The Vorfax leader's helmet retracted, revealing a face that was a nightmarish blend of insectoid and reptilian features. Its multifaceted eyes glittered with malice. "You can't, which is why you will fail, and this world will be ours for the taking." Samantha felt a surge of defiance rise within her. "You don't know humanity very well, then. We've faced impossible odds before, and we've survived. We'll take on your trials, and we'll win." A ripple of agreement ran through the human contingent. General Rodriguez nodded grimly. "The doctor's right. If this conclave is our best shot at protecting Earth, then we're all in." The Vorfax leader snarled in frustration, but it was clear that some greater cosmic law prevented it from simply taking what it wanted. "Very well. We'll abide by the conclave's decision. But know this, humans. The trials will push you to your very limits and beyond. Many species have been broken by them, their worlds forfeit in their failure. Zara placed a comforting hand on Samantha's shoulder. We have faith in you, Sam. In all of you. Humanity's unique qualities, your adaptability, your creativity, your indomitable spirit. These are the very traits the trials are designed to test. As the gravity of the situation settled over them, Samantha realized that the fate of Earth now rested on humanity's ability to prove itself on a cosmic stage. They would be facing challenges beyond their wildest imaginations, competing against beings with technology and knowledge far beyond their own. But as she looked around at her fellow humans, the determined set of General Rodriguez's jaw, the keen intelligence in the eyes of her scientific colleagues, the quiet strength of the military personnel standing guard, she felt a glimmer of hope. "When do we begin?" she asked, her voice steady despite the fear fluttering in her chest. The Vorfax leader raised its armored hand, and a swirling portal of energy appeared on the rooftop. "Now," it growled, "step through, humans, and face your destiny." As Samantha moved towards the portal, flanked by her chosen team of Earth's best and brightest, she felt Zillara's presence in her mind one last time. "Remember, Sam, the greatest power in the universe is not technology or strength, but the connections we forge with others. Trust in yourselves and in each other. The stars themselves will bear witness to humanity's potential." With a deep breath, Samantha stepped into the swirling energy. The fate of Earth and humanity's place in the cosmos hung in the balance. The trials of the cosmic conclave were about to begin, and the universe would never be the same. The cosmic crucible. As the swirling vortex of the portal dissipated, Samantha and her team found themselves standing on what appeared to be a vast, crystalline platform suspended in the heart of a nebula. Swirling clouds of stardust and newborn stars surrounded them, creating a breathtaking cosmic tapestry. Before them stood an assembly of beings so diverse and alien that the human mind struggled to comprehend their forms. Some were composed of pure energy, others seemed to shift between states of matter, and still others defied classification entirely. At the center of this gathering was a being of such luminous presence that it was difficult to look at directly. "Welcome, children of Earth," the central being spoke, its voice resonating not through sound, but through the very fabric of space-time itself. "I am Savarin, custodian of the cosmic conclave. You stand before the assembled wisdom of 1,000,000 civilizations, here to judge your worthiness to join the galactic community." General Rodriguez stepped forward, her military bearing unshaken even in the face of such cosmic grandeur. "We're ready for whatever trials you have in store. Earth won't go down without a fight." A ripple of what might have been amusement passed through the assembled beings. Savarin's voice softened slightly. "This is not a battle to be won through force of arms, human. The trials will test the very essence of what makes your species unique." With a gesture from Savarin, the crystalline platform beneath their feet transformed, reshaping itself into a series of interconnected chambers and passageways. "You will face 3 trials," the being explained. "The trial of wisdom, the trial of courage, and the trial of compassion. Success in all 3 will earn humanity its place among the stars. Failure in any will forfeit your world to the Vorfax." Samantha felt a chill run down her spine at the stakes involved, but she steeled herself. How do these trials work? What are the rules? Cavarin's form shimmered, and suddenly holographic displays appeared before each member of the human team. Each of you will face individual challenges tailored to your specific strengths and weaknesses. You must work together, yet also rely on your own unique abilities. The trials will adapt and evolve based on your choices and actions. Dr. Imani Okoro, Earth's leading expert in theoretical physics, studied the holographic interface with keen interest. "Fascinating. It seems to be interfacing directly with our neural patterns." "Correct, human," Savarin confirmed. "The trials exist as much in your minds as in physical reality. They will push you to your intellectual, emotional, and ethical limits." As the team absorbed this information, a harsh laugh echoed across the chamber. The Vorthax leader materialized on a platform opposite the humans. Enough talk. Let them fail, so we may claim our prize. Severan's presence flared, silencing the Vorthax. You forget your place, scavenger. The Complay's judgment is absolute and unbiased. Turning back to the humans, the cosmic being's voice softened once more. You may begin when ready. Remember, the fate of your world hangs in the balance. Samantha looked at her team, scientists, soldiers, diplomats, and thinkers from every corner of Earth. Despite their differences, she saw the same determination reflected in each of their eyes. With a nod to her companions, she stepped forward onto the glowing path before them. Let the trials commence, Severan intoned. The first chamber materialized around them, its walls shimmering with equations and symbols from a dozen alien mathematical systems. Dr. Okoro's eyes lit up with excitement. The trial of wisdom, she breathed. As they worked to decipher the cosmic riddles presented to them, Samantha couldn't help but marvel at the way her team came together. Dr. Okoro's brilliant mind unraveled mathematical concepts beyond human understanding, while Lieutenant Sara Chen, a young prodigy in AI and quantum computing, found patterns in the chaos that even the aliens seemed impressed by. But it wasn't just raw intelligence that saw them through. When faced with a moral dilemma disguised as a logic puzzle, it was George Mendoza, a philosopher and ethicist, who provided the key insight. The wisest choice, he argued, is not always the most logical one. Sometimes wisdom lies in knowing when to follow your heart. As they completed the trial of wisdom, Samantha felt a surge of pride in her species. They had faced challenges beyond their comprehension and emerged victorious through collaboration and creative thinking. But there was no time to celebrate. The chamber shifted, and they found themselves in a simulated alien ecosystem, teeming with dangers both seen and unseen. The trial of courage, General Rodriguez said grimly, her hand instinctively reaching for a weapon that was no longer there. This trial tested them in ways none had anticipated. Physical courage was only the beginning. They faced their deepest fears, confronted painful truths about themselves, and were forced to make impossible choices that would haunt them for years to come. It was during this trial that Samantha discovered a well of strength within herself she never knew existed. When a simulated catastrophe threatened to destroy everything they had worked for, it was her unwavering resolve that rallied the team. Courage isn't about being fearless, she told them, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. It's about facing your fears and doing what's right anyway. As they emerged from the trial of courage, battered but unbroken, Samantha saw a new respect in the eyes of the cosmic observers. Even the Vorthax seemed subdued, their earlier bravado replaced by a grudging acknowledgement of humanity's resilience. But the final trial would prove to be the most challenging of all. The chamber transformed once more, and they found themselves in a vast simulation of interconnected worlds and civilizations. The trial of compassion, Severan's voice echoed around them. Here, you will prove whether humanity is worthy of joining the galactic community. What followed was a test that pushed them to the very limits of their empathy and understanding. They were confronted with alien cultures so foreign that every interaction was a minefield of potential misunderstandings. They faced crises that forced them to weigh the needs of the many against the needs of the few. And through it all, they had to maintain their core values while adapting to circumstances beyond their wildest imaginations. It was during this final trial that humanity's true strength shone through. Where other species might have retreated into xenophobia or resorted to force, the human team consistently found ways to build bridges, to understand rather than judge, and to seek solutions that benefited all. As the last challenge faded away, Samantha and her team found themselves once again standing before the cosmic conclave. Exhaustion etched every face, but there was also a fierce pride in their eyes. They had been tested in ways they never thought possible, and they had survived. Severan's presence filled the chamber, and for the first time, Samantha sensed what might have been emotion in the cosmic being's voice. Children of Earth, it intoned, you have surpassed all expectations. Your wisdom, your courage, and above all, your capacity for compassion have proven you worthy of joining the galactic community." A collective sigh of relief passed through the human team, but Samantha knew their journey was far from over. As Kavoran prepared to pronounce final judgment, she stepped forward. "Wait," she said, her voice ringing out across the cosmic assembly. "Before you decide our fate, there's something I need to say." All eyes turned to her, human and alien alike, as Samantha prepared to make a speech that would echo across the stars and change the course of human history forever. The nexus of worlds. Samantha took a deep breath, feeling the weight of countless alien gazes upon her. The cosmic tapestry around them seemed to pulse with anticipation, as if the very fabric of the universe was listening. "Members of the cosmic conclave," she began, her voice steady despite the thundering of her heart, "we stand before you not just as representatives of Earth, but as ambassadors of a species at a crossroads. We've been tested, pushed to our limits, and shown wonders beyond our wildest dreams. But in doing so, we've also glimpsed the true scope of the cosmos and our place within it." She paused, looking at each member of her team, drawing strength from their unwavering support. Humanity is young, imperfect, and often divided. But these trials have shown us something crucial. Our greatest strength lies not in our technology or our intellect, but in our diversity and our capacity for growth. The chamber hummed with energy as Samantha continued, her words resonating with a power that surprised even her. "We don't ask to join your galactic community as conquerors or as supplicants, but as partners. We bring with us a unique perspective, a tenacity born from millennia of struggle, and an insatiable curiosity that drives us to explore, to question, and to dream." Suddenly, the air around Samantha began to shimmer, and to the astonishment of all present, holographic images sprang to life. They showed scenes from Earth's history, moments of both triumph and tragedy, of scientific breakthroughs and artistic masterpieces, of small kindnesses and world-changing movements. "These are the moments that define us," Samantha explained, realizing that somehow the cosmic conclave was tapping into her memories, her very essence, to illustrate her words. "We faced extinction many times, by our own hand and by forces beyond our control. But each time, we've adapted, learned, and emerged stronger." The images shifted, showing the diversity of life on Earth, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountaintops. Our world is a tapestry of ecosystems, each one a delicate balance of life. We haven't always been good stewards, but we're learning. And this understanding of interconnectedness, of the value of diversity, is something we can bring to the galactic stage. As she spoke, Samantha felt a strange sensation, as if her consciousness was expanding. Suddenly, she could perceive the thoughts and emotions of her teammates, of the alien observers, even of the vast, unknowable intelligences of the cosmic conclave. It was overwhelming, yet somehow she maintained her focus. "We stand at a pivotal moment, not just for humanity, but for the galaxy itself," she continued, her voice taking on an almost prophetic quality. "The challenges we face, climate change, resource scarcity, the ethical implications of advancing technology, these are not unique to Earth. They are echoes of struggles faced by countless civilizations across the cosmos." The holographic display expanded, showing alien worlds facing similar challenges. Samantha realized she was tapping into some vast repository of galactic knowledge. But where others see only conflict and competition, we propose a different path. A path of collaboration, of sharing knowledge and resources, of finding solutions that benefit all. She turned to face the Vorthax delegation, her gaze unflinching. "Even you, who came to our world as conquerors, have a place in this vision. Your skills, your technology, your very drive to survive, these are not inherently evil. Imagine what could be accomplished if we work together to explore and settle uninhabited worlds, to push the boundaries of science and discovery." A murmur ran through the assembled beings. Even the Vorthax seemed taken aback by this unexpected offer. Samantha's voice grew stronger, infused with the combined hopes and dreams of humanity. We propose the creation of a nexus, a point of convergence for species across the galaxy. Not just a physical place, but a network of shared knowledge, of cultural exchange, of collaborative efforts to solve the greatest challenges facing us all. As she spoke, the holographic display shifted once more, showing a grand space station at the intersection of several galactic arms. It was a marvel of engineering, with sections adapted to house countless different species and ecosystems. The Nexus would be a symbol of unity in diversity, a place where the best qualities of every species could shine, where the wisdom of ancient civilizations could meld with the fresh perspectives of younger races, where art and science, philosophy and technology could intermingle and create wonders yet unimagined. Samantha felt a surge of emotion, not just her own, but a wave of hope and excitement from the assembled beings. She realized with a start that her words were being instantly translated and broadcast across the galaxy, reaching trillions of minds. We stand ready to commit our resources, our ingenuity, and our unwavering spirit to this endeavor, she declared. Earth will not just be a member of a galactic community, we will be a catalyst for a new era of cooperation and discovery. As she finished speaking, a hushed silence fell over the chamber. Then, slowly at first but with growing intensity, a sound like no other filled the air. It was the applause of 1,000,000 different species, expressed in ways as varied as the beings themselves. Severan's presence seemed to expand, filling the chamber with a light that was almost blinding. When it spoke, its voice resonated with an emotion that defied description. In all the eons of the cosmic conclave's existence, never have we witnessed such a profound demonstration of the very qualities we seek to nurture in emerging civilizations, it said. Humanity has not just passed the trials, you have transcended them, showing us a vision of the future that even we, in our ancient wisdom, had not foreseen. The light coalesced into a tangible form, a small crystalline object that floated down to hover before Samantha. This is the cosmic key, Severin explained. It represents not just humanity's acceptance into the galactic community, but your pivotal role in shaping the future of our shared cosmos. With it, you may begin the creation of the Nexus, drawing upon the combined knowledge and resources of all willing species. Samantha reached out, her hand trembling slightly as she grasped the key. The moment her fingers touched its surface, she felt a surge of energy and information flood her mind. Blueprints for technologies beyond human comprehension, maps of the galaxy's hidden wonders, the collected wisdom of civilizations long past, all of it now at humanity's fingertips. As the human team gathered around her, their faces alight with awe and newfound purpose, Samantha knew that this was just the beginning. Humanity had been given a chance not just to join the stars, but to help shape the very future of the cosmos. The Nexus of Worlds was about to become a reality, and with it, a new chapter in the history of the galaxy was about to unfold. The Quantum Renaissance. As the cosmic energies of the conclave chamber faded, Samantha and her team found themselves back on Earth, standing atop the same New York City skyscraper where their journey had begun. But the world they returned to was already changing, transformed by the knowledge and potential they brought back from the stars. The cosmic key pulsed in Samantha's hand, its crystalline structure seeming to breathe with an inner light. As she held it aloft, a holographic display blossomed in the air around them, showing the rapid changes sweeping across the globe. "My God," Dr. Okoro whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. "It's as if the entire planet is undergoing a quantum leap in evolution." Indeed, the scenes unfolding before them were nothing short of miraculous. In laboratories around the world, scientists who had gone to sleep puzzling over intractable problems were awakening with sudden brilliant insights. New technologies were sprouting like wildfire, each one more revolutionary than the last. The key, Samantha realized, it's not just a symbol. It's interfacing with our global information networks, disseminating knowledge at a rate we can barely comprehend. General Rodriguez frowned, her military mind already considering the implications. That level of unrestricted information sharing could be dangerous. We need to establish some kind of control. But her words were cut short as a new holographic image materialized before them. It showed crowds gathering in cities across the globe, their faces upturned in expressions of awe and jubilation. From Beijing to Buenos Aires, from Moscow to Mumbai, people were pouring into the streets, united by a shared sense of wonder and possibility. "I don't think we could control this if we wanted to," George Mendoza said softly. "This is beyond any one government or organization. This is a global awakening." As they watched, the first waves of alien visitors began to arrive. Ships of designs both strange and wondrous appeared in skies around the world. But unlike the fear and panic that might have greeted them just days before, they were met with cheers and open arms. The quantum renaissance, as it would come to be known, had begun. Over the next weeks and months, Earth transformed at a pace that defied imagination. Clean energy solutions eliminated the need for fossil fuels practically overnight. Nanotechnology revolutionized medicine, eradicating diseases that had plagued humanity for millennia. Quantum computing made possible feats of engineering and scientific discovery that reshaped the very foundations of human society. But it wasn't just technological progress that marked this new era. The shared experience of cosmic revelation seemed to awaken something profound in the human spirit. Ancient conflicts and prejudices began to fade as people realized their common bond not just as humans, but as citizens of a vast and wondrous universe. The construction of the Nexus became a global project, uniting the best minds and resources from every corner of the Earth. As the Great Space Station took shape in orbit, it became a symbol of humanity's new place in the cosmos. Samantha found herself at the heart of it all, working tirelessly to coordinate between human efforts and the influx of alien knowledge and assistance. The Zarquin, true to their word, became steadfast allies, helping to guide humanity through the pitfalls of rapid advancement. Even the Vorfax, much to everyone's surprise, found a place in this new galactic order. Their expertise in resource extraction and survival in harsh environments proved invaluable as humanity began to explore and settle other worlds in the solar system. But with great power came great responsibility, and not every change was easy. The rapid pace of advancement left some feeling left behind, sparking protests and calls for a return to simpler times. The flood of alien cultures and ideas challenged long-held beliefs and social structures, leading to a period of intense philosophical and spiritual re-examination. It was during one such moment of crisis that Samantha truly understood the weight of the responsibility she and her team had taken on. Standing before the United Nations, now expanded to include representatives from a dozen alien species, she felt the eyes of not just Earth, but the entire galaxy upon her. "We stand at a crossroads," she began, her voice carrying to every corner of the globe and beyond, thanks to the advanced communication networks of the Nexus. "The path before us is not an easy one. We are being asked to reimagine everything we thought we knew about ourselves and our place in the universe." The holographic displays around her showed scenes of both the triumphs and challenges of this new era. Miraculous medical treatments alongside protests against alien influence, starships launching from Earth's surface, juxtaposed with debates over the ethics of rapid technological advancement. "But we must remember," Samantha continued, her voice growing stronger, "that this journey is not about becoming something other than human. It's about realizing the full potential of what humanity has always been capable of. We are explorers, dreamers, innovators. We are beings of boundless curiosity and compassion." As she spoke, she felt the familiar sensation of her consciousness expanding, connecting with the vast network of minds linked through the Nexus. But this time she embraced it, allowing the hopes, fears, and dreams of billions to flow through her. "The quantum renaissance is not just about new technologies or scientific discoveries," she said, her words resonating with a combined emotion of countless beings. "It's about a fundamental shift in how we see ourselves and our role in the cosmos. We are no longer alone, no longer confined to a single world. We are part of a grand, universal community with the power to shape the very future of reality itself." The images around her shifted, showing the nexus in all its glory, a shining beacon of hope and unity, where beings from across the galaxy came together to share, learn, and grow. But with this power comes a sacred duty, Samantha declared, her eyes blazing with intensity. We must be stewards not just of our own world, but of the very fabric of space-time. Every decision we make, every advancement we achieve, must be weighed against its impact on the delicate balance of the cosmos. As she spoke, a new holographic image materialized, a representation of the quantum structure of the universe itself, a vast, intricate web of possibilities and potentialities. The cosmic key has shown us that reality is far more malleable than we ever imagined, Samantha explained. Our thoughts, our intentions, our very belief in what's possible, these things have the power to reshape the quantum fabric of existence. We are not just observers of the universe, we are active participants in its ongoing creation. The audience, both in the chamber and watching from across the galaxy, was spellbound. Samantha could feel the ripples of understanding and awe spreading out through the cosmic consciousness. This is the true meaning of the quantum renaissance, she said, her voice filled with both humility and determination. It is a rebirth not just of human potential, but of the very nature of reality itself. We stand on the brink of a new age of cosmic co-creation, where the boundaries between thought and matter, between the physical and the spiritual, blur and transform. As she concluded her speech, Samantha held aloft the cosmic key, which now pulsed with an intensity that seemed to match the beating of her own heart. Let this be our pledge to the universe, that we will use this gift wisely, that we will explore with courage, create with compassion, and always strive to be worthy of the trust placed in us by the cosmic conclave. The chamber erupted in a thunderous ovation that seemed to shake the very foundations of reality. As Samantha looked out at the sea of faces, human and alien alike, she knew that this was just the beginning. The quantum renaissance was ushering in an era of unlimited potential, where the only boundaries were those of imagination itself. And as the cheers echoed across the stars, carried by the quantum networks of the Nexus, a new chapter in the history of the cosmos began to unfold, one in which humanity would play a central, transformative role in shaping the very destiny of the universe itself.